Hello and welcome to another session of San Francisco by Night, Hunter the Vigil. The calm before the storm. Tonight we return to Cassandra, Flynn, and a few other family members, and see how things have been developing over the past harshness of the weeks that have followed. We now go to Cassandra in her apartment, and the scene will be taken away.
So, is he meeting me at my place?
I figure we'll start the scene there even if you go and meet at his place. We're just starting the scene at your place.
Okay. Cassandra will send a message to her brother and tell him that she really needs to. They really need to catch up and meet tonight if possible.
He will text back, okay, but I don't like this.
She will text him back, what is the problem?
You know what the problem is.
I don't, but we are still family.
So be it.
Then she's going to text Ruben and tell him that she's going to meet with Andy today.
He'll ask if he can come with.
I will text him back and I'll tell you. So she will text Andy back and says Ruben would like to see you as well. Can you pick a place where to meet?
Meet at my place. I have a new place. Here's the address.
For clarification, is this place in San Francisco or in LA? Brandon?
With the way traffic is in flying cars, you'll get there very quickly, but it is down in LA.
Okay. So I will text the address to Ruben and I will take my bike and set off to be there first.
Alright. Travel throughout the late evening, and when you get there, it's obviously night. And you arrive at this very nice place. It's not like a manor or anything, but it's one of those fancy kind of houses that's built very square. It looks modern. It looks very kind of artsy, and it's out there in the suburbs of LA where a lot of the celebrities are. So it's a very nice, wealthy neighborhood that you pull up into.
She will park the bike, take her helmet off, look around a bit.
It's a upscale suburb. There's a cul-de-sac at the end of the road. A lot of the houses look very similar to this one. It's kind of dark right now and rainy, so you can't really see a whole lot, but it's a very well-kept street. The road is freshly paved. The smell of freshly paved asphalt comes up and assaults your nose. You turned off the highway to get down here. It's actually this nice little area off 101. So it's a nice place. Nice little cul-de-sac that's kind of tucked away behind some nice vegetation.
I'm gonna text to Andy that I'm here.
Very well. I'll let the guards know.
Guards.
You see two men in very professional black suits come on out, and they stand by the gate. One of them goes into the keypad and touches in the keypad, and the gate opens up, and then they both stand at either side of the gate to let you pass.
I'll pass through and start walking, feeling very awkward and nervous.
They are both ghouls.
I see.
So you proceed on into the house, and inside it looks even more high tech than outside. It appears that this house is one of those voice run houses where every single thing is linked to a central computer.
Do I see Andy?
He is in the living room staring out of these long painted glass windows that look out, and they're about maybe 6 or 7 feet tall, square, and you see a nice, beautiful view of Los Angeles from the hillside.
She will walk towards him. Andy?
Hey, sis.
I really don't understand why must it be so hard to reach you.
After the problem that was caused last month, I really think it would be best if we don't communicate, but if you insist, there's nothing I can do about that.
The problem... The problem would be if we just lose contact with each other just because things happen. Things always happen.
Yeah, but it's not every day that someone kidnaps you and threatens your family. That doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. But
So,
but we dealt with it.
Well, you've dealt with one. There are others like him.
Aren't you protected here?
I am now, but protection only goes so far. Can't help being paranoid.
Yeah, I know about that. He said that you would be given to someone. What did he mean?
Ownership. That's how they operate. People are property. However, the person that I belong to right now is fairly generous, so I'm not worried.
Do I know them?
She gives me a good supply of blood and keeps me safe.
Are you happy?
I'm getting there. Just, it's been difficult to recover from the situation. I will forever be this monster that has very little control.
You're not a
That's
monster. Come on.
Some
Tell me it's not like that.
It is like that. It's something I just have to admit and accept. All we can do.
But you do have a choice on what you do with whatever you have.
Not much of choice anymore.
You can't cut contact with us, though. It's...
I won't. But the only reason I can right now is because you are unique. In terms of my parents and others, I may have to pull back a bit.
Come on, like, what are we supposed to say? At least... I was hoping that we'd call them and just let them see that you're doing fine, that you're okay. Even if it's a lie, you know?
I already sent an email last week. They think I'm fine. I told them I got a new night shift job, so I don't talk a lot because my sleep schedule is all out of whack.
I need to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Because unfortunately I need to rely on blood too. And you know what comes with it.
Nods a little bit. Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming.
Look, if I am to be bound to someone, I would prefer that it's someone that I love and not some stranger that I don't know what
roll me
intention they have.
roll me a wit. No,
What's
roll
it
me a
for?
presence empathy or presence manipulation.
Manipulation?
I mean,
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Okay. I'm going to spend willpower.
You want to risk willpower on this?
Yeah, I'll risk it. I'll risk it.
It's an important roll.
It's an important role, yes. 4 successes.
Okay, just a moment. Alright, so you do succeed. Take a beat.
Yes.
And he eventually he it takes him a long time because he knows exactly what you're asking. And finally he lets out a breath that he doesn't have to. And he says, "You know what this means, don't you?"
Look, I'm screwed either way. You know, I know. But if it's you, at least you're my brother. I would trust you with my life. You know?
But the thing is, if I am bound to another, how can you trust me?
I have to.
Okay. What is your current blood pool at?
3.
He can only give you 3 at the moment.
That's fine.
The addiction swells. As you feed off of him, or as he gives you his blood per se, you enter a euphoric high. It is just utter bliss at drinking the blood.
Um, I want to roll my Auspex.
Okay.
Because I want to understand what exactly it is that he's experiencing, what he's feeling at the moment. So, let me roll for that. Okay. Good. Um, what's his general mood at the moment?
You see shadow and cold air and emptiness.
Mm, What is he afraid of?
You see blood and death and chaos, violence, anger. All of these things roiling into a burning emotion of a beast.
Is he being controlled by someone else?
Inconclusive.
Well, inconclusive, it's pretty conclusive to me, but anyway.
Control has many different definitions. It is a difficult question to ask because there are many different types of control. And you also have to ask the question, what is really control? For example, does the bank control you because they own your money? Maybe, maybe not.
Okay, what's this person's vice, Requiem?
You mean his vice and virtue and everything?
Well, whatever, it's worded like this, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours.
What?
He's your brother, so I gave him the same vices and virtues I gave you.
Oh. Ah. That was a waste of a question. But it was an exceptional success, so you have to give me something.
Well, you notice that his aura after giving you all that blood is fading, but it's not like, oh no, it's just more of that, and there is a string of yellow that string of red, sorry, that attaches to you from him.
Okay, so I can pretty much deduct that the red strands are in fact bonds.
You would guess, yeah.
Yeah. And there's one more thing. Give me a second to find it. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because I wouldn't know clans and shit like that. So let's continue the discussion, and in the meantime, probably Ruben is on the way as well.
I will say Ruben is just now arriving.
Guess Ruben will text that he's by the cul-de-sac.
Ruben is here.
Your brother kind of sits down in the chair and lets himself kind of just relax back. Luckily, he was full, so you don't have to worry.
He might have some way to help you.
There's no helping it, but you insist.
Well, he's a bit obsessed about it.
He gets obsessed with everything. Yeah, he gets obsessed with a lot of things, doesn't he?
Yeah, I know, but he has taken a vow of celibacy. Yeah, I'm serious though. Like, he seems to be serious about it. Like, it's stupid how he goes about it, but yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yes. He needs to go out and get laid.
That he does. Speaking of which, you have yet to officially meet Caden, like, properly introduced, rather.
I never thought you'd be dating a multi-billionaire.
I didn't either. I honestly, that's the one point that I was. Uh, it's the one thing that's really helped me a bit back, I guess. But I never thought I'd be able to feel the way I feel about anyone else, and it's, everything is shitty right now, but somehow he makes me happy. Does that make sense?
In the end, I guess that's the real key. In the end, when there's trouble, all us freaks have is each other.
I prefer being called a freak than being called that I'm so special.
I guess by this time Ruben will like knock on the door or something.
Come on in, Flynn.
He opens it. Hey, hey, hey!
Welcome to my humble abode.
It's very fancy.
And no, I'm not going to suck your blood.
Hey, how did you know I was gonna ask?
Because I know you.
How have you been?
Terrible, but pushing through. Recovering.
Yeah, that's good. I brought you something, and he sees like a robot dog. Uh,
You've been trying to get rid of that for how long now?
You actually got one of those.
yeah, I've modified it, and if you let it, it can be your watchful protector.
Sure, at this point, why not?
No, really, it actually saved my ass when like this weirdo like broke into my house and tried to shoot me.
Oh, speaking of that weirdo, uh, Andy, I'm sorry for bringing this up, but the one who turned you, do you have any notion of his fate?
Haven't seen him for 3 weeks.
Can you sense him or something like that?
Nah, doesn't really work that way. We weren't exactly close. From what I
Well,
understand, the only person who was really close to him was Lance.
I see. Well,
Goddamn
Lance is gone. Well, that Jacobs guy, he's the weirdo who attacked.
That's
And
what I
well,
heard.
the dog fended him off, so I guess it's useful.
It will definitely be useful, and it will protect your shiny metal ass. Uh, here, its name is Anubis. You can give it another name if you'd like, but I kind of painted him like golden black, as you can see, because I thought that would look cool, and that it looked like Anubis. It's really dumb, but I promise it will protect you.
He calls Anubis over and gives him a little pat on the head, and the dog comes over and lays down.
I really hope it protects you the way it protected me.
One can hope.
Yeah, with all the fucking weird ass shit going on lately.
Yeah, lots of weird shit.
Well, at least everything seems to be calming down a bit.
I hope it gets better. All these. Who would have thought that just a few months ago we didn't know any of this shit existed, and now we're knee deep in it.
Native, we're drowning in shit. That's where we are.
Weird ass shit. Andy, I want you to know that I'm trying to find a way to reverse whatever's happening with you. That's why I haven't been able to, you know, talk to you a lot lately. I'm sorry for that.
I appreciate the effort, but you're really wasting your time. There
You
is
never
no
know. How can you be so sure? There's vast knowledge somewhere in there. In the forest of Oklahoma, apparently. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna make sure and I'm gonna try to find out.
Well, good luck to you.
I promise I'll find a way to reverse this somehow.
In the end, I don't ever think that'll be necessary, but you're welcome to keep trying if you want. It is a futile effort, but whatever makes you happy.
If there was a
Better-
way, if there was a way, would you even consider it?
Oh, of course, not having to be hungry all the time, not having this monster lurk inside you. Of course I'd take it.
Then let's just keep some hope then. I want my
Alright.
brother back. You know that.
I won't oppose to it then.
I
I just don't want you guys to get hurt.
Well, regardless of what you want or what we do, there are some things that we just can't avoid. You know, it's just things keep happening. We have to face them. None of us have
Yeah.
much choice.
Yeah, I know. Well, come on. I'll cook you something to eat here.
I
You
thought
know-
that's Flynn's job.
Hey now. Let's see how well he can cook. After all, I heard vampires don't have taste buds.
He makes some pancakes for you guys and folds them up into basically crepes, and makes you guys some chocolate dessert crepes.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
They're very, very good, and you notice the ingredients he has in his house are ridiculous, despite the fact that he's a vampire and he can't eat. He's got let me look this up here. Hold on. The butter he uses on the pancakes is imported from England. The maple syrup is actually maple syrup. The chocolate is from France.
Where did you get all these stuff? Holy shit.
Since I started the new job,
Might I inquire what this amazing job is?
I work diplomatic service now.
Diplomatic. By the way, have you heard of the Circle?
Circle of the Crone. Small, very small group out there in San Francisco. At least on the West Coast. Yeah, I know of them.
Because apparently I'm supposed to go see them in order to find out what the fuck is up with me. Only, I don't know if I want to.
They are a bit creepy, but I don't think they'll cross the boundary or hurt you.
Yeah, but I don't know how much I should trust them.
Oh, don't trust them at all. But in the end, if it gets you answers, why not? Whatever you do, don't go around trying to ask people around here. This is Invictus territory.
Man, Crone, Circles, Invictus. I
San
can
Francisco.
barely wrap my
San
head around all this shit.
Well, let me give you a little rundown. San Francisco is run by the Carthassians. To put that in simplicity, they're the Democrats. The Circle
Okay.
of the Crone are Wiccans, if you really want to scratch it down.
Okay.
The Invictus are the Romans, if you will.
Yeah. Great. That analogy is not very reassuring, but yeah, I get it. I get it.
I'll be fine. They take business and law very seriously. As long as you follow it, they usually won't bug you.
Well, if you do find out why they have taken such an interest in me all of a sudden, because I have no clue.
I'll be sure to keep you posted. By the way, these pancakes are freaking good.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
You know, it's been some time since I have something really, really home cooked, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, like, at Caden's place, it's like they come from a restaurant. It's like professional, like, it looks, hard or whatever, you know?
Well, when you don't have any taste buds anymore, it gets difficult, but I remember a lot of the flavors. And nothing ever satisfies the hunger like the blood does.
Yeah.
Maybe I should buy you some blood pudding sometime.
Doesn't quite work like that. Has to be a certain amount of freshness from the body. The
Oh,
longer
wow.
blood stays out of the body, the less potency it has. For example, if I was to go to a hospital and try and take used blood or blood bags, wouldn't quite work. Well, it could, but I'd have to do a lot of it just to get full.
Well,
Some
that's a
really awful
weird.
shit.
Yeah, that's a really weird conversation. Are you sure you don't want to call them?
I'm sure.
Fine.
As I said, I sent an email last week. They think everything is fine.
Well, I haven't spoken to them in days, too. I guess I'll call them from the way. Is there anything you need from me?
Nope, just stay safe. Oh,
Yeah?
well, I heard a little rumor. Might be good of you guys to get some cybernetic implants.
Wait, what?
From what I hear, the Kindred have trouble feeding on people with cybernetics. They can still do it, but it's difficult for most of them. And even the ones that can struggle with it. I would recommend, if you don't want vampires feeding off of you, maybe to get some implants.
I will take it into advisement, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
I don't know, if that new Armstrong guy becomes president, there's going to be a lot of weird things happening.
Yeah, I haven't really followed up on politics lately. Like, okay, I watched the news. That was weird.
Yeah, I know those two. Local station just down not too far over the ridge. That's where the main channel is.
Didn't you find that
wonder
broadcast weird?
Oh, definitely, but I know what happened, so I'm not exactly shaken at the
Are
moment.
you going to share?
Let's just say she said something she shouldn't have.
Well,
After
yeah.
all, after all, when you rule a city, what is an easier population to control? Population that is calm, happy, and who thinks everything is hunky-dory? Or a population that is panicked?
Honestly, wouldn't it be easier to control half asleep sheep instead of panicked running around?
It is easier to control them when they're ignorant. At least that's what I assume happened.
So everyone.
I was not told. I was not told it directly, but that's just a guess.
So everyone is controlled.
They control most things.
The web.
Mhm.
And who is on top? There must be someone who controls everyone else, right?
Oh no, there are many who control many things. Each city has what's called a prince. Prince governs a certain amount of territory. And all the princes are always vying for more. Typically, there is only a small amount of people who are above the princes, and even then it's more like a House of Congress. There is no one that controls everything.
So feudalism and vampire worlds never really died out, I see.
Apparently not.
By the way, what job have you told mom and dad that you're doing at night?
Oh, I just told them I'm doing late night shifts at the building I'm working at, running security.
Okay, just checking, because if I call them, I should tell them why you're not able to be on there.
Of course.
Oh man. These things that I'm seeing, the red things, I think they're bonds.
I wouldn't know anything about that, sis. I have no idea what you are.
I don't know either. I just know that I see things that shouldn't be there, you know? Like there
I
are
understand.
connections that we have, and those are yellow, and then there are the red ones, and I think those are blood bonds.
He shrugs.
I need to find out more.
Need you do?
You know, in like
Careful out there.
weird ass Japanese culture myths, there's a thing called, I think it's the red string of faith in Asia, where your faith is connected by a ring finger to like some other person. Is it something like that?
I suppose it could be. But I don't know, honestly.
He just shrugs.
These red ones, I don't know. I think they are blood bonds. I wouldn't. I can't explain it otherwise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what, Andy? I'm glad you're okay, but I've taken enough of your time. Thank you for your amazing pancakes. I'm amazed you can still make something this amazing even though you have no taste buds.
I don't know, Ruben. I think you should stay a bit longer, and maybe you can be convinced to see reason regarding some of your recent choices. And I shall
Right.
leave you to it.
Right.
Right? Right.
Right. Anyway, I'm going to give you a blessing of sorts. He's gonna hug Andy and he whispers good fortunes in Latin, buona fortuna, and he's gonna fucking feel really lucky.
Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and end the session with you guys just chilling and hanging out with him.
I want to have a call with mom and dad on the
Mhm.
way back. Just so things can feel a bit normal, let's say. So I guess somewhere where the rain isn't too hard, Cassandra's going to stop for a few moments and make the call.
Hey, Cass, how you doing?
Hey, Mom. I'm great. I'm great. I was just over to. I was here in LA for a job, and I just went by to say hi to Andy. He's doing good, you know.
Excellent. That's good to hear. We were worried about him there for a while.
No, he's okay. He's okay. I mean, he's working night shifts, so you know his hours are a bit, out of whack. But he seems to be okay. I
I know
managed
he's
to.
working a very good job now.
Oh yeah. From what he told me, his new house is really really fancy.
All right. Well,
How's
how are you
that?
doing? Oh,
Um.
Dad's fine. He's taking a nap right now.
Uh, I'm actually. I'm well. Well, I have some news. Um. Remember, like, way back when you were telling me about, that I have to find someone and commit and all that jazz.
You found someone.
I think I'm in love.
Oh, honey. She does the classic kind of like lay down, but she's like, well, does he do for you what you do for him?
Yes.
Are you honest with one another?
Yeah.
Then
Very
you're a
much
big
so.
girl. Then you're a big girl, and I can't tell you to say otherwise. Just be careful.
I know, I am. Very careful.
You'll have to bring him here, and we'll have to meet him sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that he will want that too. I'm a bit more reserved, generally speaking, cause you know me and commitment doesn't
We're
go
not
very
gonna
well.
bite.
I know, but but you guys are gonna gang up on me.
Well, of course, that's what we're supposed to do.
Ugh. Whatever. Anyway,
Alright,
he's a good guy. He's sweet and very intelligent, and yeah.
have you done it in the shower yet?
Oh God, Mom. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's like I said. Once you start getting to that point, then you know things are getting good.
Well, we also did it in a forest.
Kinky.
Anyway.
Make sure you bring a blanket. Make sure you bring a blanket next time. That way you don't get dirty.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. Thanksgiving is gonna be awkward this year.
Oh, yes, it will. We're gonna see to that. You've given me a lot to work with.
I know. I know. I shouldn't be telling you anything. But you know I
You
can't.
don't need to. You don't need to say anything. I'm your mother. I know.
I know. Ugh. Anyway, it's so nice hearing you. I miss you.
I miss you too, hon. We'll definitely come and visit you sooner or later.
Yeah, please do. I'd like to see you both.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get some shut eye. It's getting late.
Okay, Mom. I love you. Take
Love
care
you
of
too,
yourself,
hon.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
Bye-bye.
Daddy.
I will.
Bye.
She hangs up. So with that, fly back to San Francisco, leaving Los Angeles behind for now. And out in the middle of the darkness, even through the cold, harsh rain, think you can hear a wolf howl. Just faintly and elegantly in the darkness. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been San Francisco by Night, Hunter the Vigil. I'll see you all next time.